Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. Rumors have begun swirling around the basketball world that Draymond Jamal Green, the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors for over a decade, might be on the verge of an unprecedented move, possibly ending one of the most iconic chapters in modern NBA history. Green, a player whose career has been defined by his relentless defense, unmatched court vision, and fiery leadership, has been synonymous with the Warriors dynasty that captured 4 NBA championships. However, whispers in the league suggest that tensions behind the scenes, coupled with a desire for a fresh challenge, may be pushing him toward a new frontier, with the Chicago Bulls emerging as a potential destination. While Golden State has always thrived with Green anchoring their defense and orchestrating plays with his uncanny basketball IQ, some insiders speculate that the team is contemplating a future without him, possibly to reallocate resources or pursue a younger core. The speculation has ignited debates among analysts and fans alike, as the idea of Draymond in a Bulls jersey conjures images of a dramatically transformed team identity, one that could potentially disrupt the current power balance in the Eastern Conference. Sources close to the situation hint that Green himself has been quietly evaluating opportunities, weighing the chance to leave behind a city and franchise where he is a legend for the allure of leading a storied team in a new chapter. If such a move were to materialize, it would not merely be a transfer. It would signal a seismic shift in the league's landscape, challenging assumptions about loyalty, legacy, and the delicate calculus of team building in professional basketball. Fans are left in suspense, imagining how a player of Green's caliber, known for his intensity and versatility, could redefine the Bulls' approach to both offense and defense. Social media is already ablaze with speculation, memes, and passionate arguments, further fueling the narrative that something monumental may be on the horizon. Beyond the statistics and accolades that define Green's career, the story now revolves around the intangible qualities he brings: leadership, passion, and the ability to shift the momentum of a game through sheer force of will. Analysts suggest that if the Bulls succeed in acquiring him, the Eastern Conference could experience a dramatic shakeup, with Chicago potentially transforming from a promising team into an immediate contender. While no official announcement has been made, the rumor mill continues to churn, and insiders caution that even preliminary negotiations, if handled correctly, could set a precedent for how star players approach free agency in an era increasingly defined by player empowerment. The mere idea of Draymond Green joining the Chicago Bulls has ignited speculation about the strategic implications for both franchises. Golden State, which has long relied on Green's defensive prowess and his unique ability to orchestrate fast breaks, would suddenly face the challenge of reconfiguring its roster and adapting its style without a player who has been central to their identity. Observers suggest that the Warriors might leverage the situation to gain assets or free up salary cap space, possibly eyeing younger players or future draft picks, while simultaneously managing the emotional and psychological impact of losing a franchise cornerstone. Meanwhile, the Bulls, historically known for their championship pedigree, but currently searching for a defining presence, could view Green as the missing link that injects toughness, intelligence, and leadership into a roster hungry for validation. Speculation abounds regarding how Green's defensive acumen, notorious intensity, and playmaking skills would mesh with Chicago's current stars, particularly the young talent eager to prove themselves on a larger stage. Rumors hint that Green has expressed interest in joining a team with a strong organizational culture, promising fans and insiders alike that the Bulls' internal dynamics and city atmosphere could be appealing factors in his decision-making. The conversations around this potential move are filled with intrigue. What role would Green play? How would he impact Chicago's locker room? And could this be the start of a new dynasty in the Eastern Conference? Social media has exploded with projections, mock lineups, and hypothetical scenarios, reflecting both excitement and skepticism from basketball aficionados who are analyzing every detail from contract structure to fit with the team's existing playstyle. Sources allege that preliminary discussions may have already taken place, with executives from both sides exploring creative arrangements that would satisfy Golden State's strategic interests while enticing Green to embrace a fresh challenge. If these rumors hold weight, this could mark one of the most sensational moves in recent NBA memory, comparable to other star relocations that have forever altered the trajectory of franchises. The very prospect raises questions about legacy. Would Green be celebrated for his willingness to chase a new challenge, or would critics argue that loyalty to the Warriors should have prevailed? Regardless of perspective, the basketball community is captivated, dissecting every nuance and preparing for the possibility that a living legend might be suiting up for a team whose history includes the iconic names of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, potentially bridging past greatness with the present ambition of a rising roster. Insiders hint that one of the driving forces behind Draymond Green's possible departure from Golden State is the evolving nature of the Warriors' roster and ambitions. After years of contending and achieving historic success, the team may be looking to recalibrate and inject fresh energy into its lineup. And while Green remains irreplaceable in many aspects, executives might see this moment as an opportunity to transition strategically. The conversation is not merely about performance metrics. It extends to cultural fit, generational shifts within the squad, and the broader business implications of superstar movement. Analysts suggest that Chicago, a franchise with a storied past, yet still searching for a modern identity capable of sustaining consistent championship contention, represents an environment ripe for a player of Green's profile to thrive. The idea is tantalizing. A team with young talent complemented by seasoned, highly intelligent, and intense player capable of elevating the collective performance. Sources report that internal Bulls discussions have touched on how Green could influence not just game outcomes, but also practice culture, defensive schemes, and the mental resilience of the squad. Rumors propose that Green's presence could serve as a catalyst, transforming a promising roster into one that exudes confidence and assertiveness against even the most formidable opponents. The potential implications stretch beyond Chicago. A move of this magnitude could influence trade markets, spark reactions across the league, and inspire other veterans to consider similar strategic shifts. Fans are already speculating about jersey sales, merchandising opportunities, and the social media buzz that would accompany such a blockbuster acquisition. The narrative is compelling, combining elements of legacy, ambition, and the unpredictable nature of professional sports careers, and it resonates with audiences who are eager to witness the intersection of personal aspiration and team evolution. Moreover, analysts point out that Green's unique ability to guard multiple positions, initiate offense from defense, and disrupt opponents' rhythm makes him a versatile asset, one that could immediately enhance the Bulls' competitiveness. Even without confirmation, the mere possibility sparks imaginative discussions about lineup configurations, playoff potential, and the ripple effects across both conferences. The speculation around Draymond Green's potential move to the Chicago Bulls also carries significant emotional weight, particularly among Golden State fans who have celebrated his contributions for over a decade. Green has been more than a player. He has been a symbol of resilience, leadership, and a certain kind of relentless competitive spirit that embodies the Warriors' championship identity. For fans, the notion of his departure provokes reflection on the nature of sports allegiances, the balance between loyalty and personal ambition, and the inevitable evolution of teams as rosters shift over time. Rumors suggest that Green himself is acutely aware of these dynamics, weighing the honor of his legacy against the allure of taking on a new challenge in a different city with a team that has storied history but contemporary ambition. Analysts speculate that such a transition would test not only his on-court abilities, but also his leadership skills, as integrating into a new locker room requires both diplomacy and assertiveness. Chicago, with its passionate fan base and history of high expectations, could provide a stage where Green's intensity and personality flourish, possibly redefining the team's identity in the process. Speculation extends to how coaching staff might adjust schemes to maximize his strengths, how young players might benefit from his mentorship, and how opponents might be forced to recalibrate their strategies to contend with a multidimensional player of Green's caliber. Social media trends show fans imagining the dramatic narratives, from emotional farewells in Golden State to triumphant debuts in Chicago, highlighting the cultural significance of such a move beyond the basketball court. The conversation extends into broader discussions about the evolving NBA landscape, where star mobility and strategic career choices increasingly shape the competitive balance, media coverage, and fan engagement. Even casual observers are drawn in, fascinated by the drama, the strategic implications, and the human story of a superstar contemplating a bold new chapter. As the rumor develops, every insider tip, subtle hint, or cryptic statement from executives is scrutinized, building a narrative that is as compelling off the court as it promises to be on it. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. League insiders and commentators have begun connecting the dots between Draymond Green's career trajectory, contract considerations, and the current strategic needs of both the Golden State Warriors and the Chicago Bulls. Speculation indicates that contractual flexibility, salary cap space, and long-term roster planning could all converge to make this blockbuster move feasible, although nothing is yet confirmed. Analysts have pointed out that Green's combination of defensive intelligence, playmaking ability, and emotional leadership is precisely the kind of influence that a team like Chicago might crave to elevate their status in the Eastern Conference. On the flip side, the Warriors may see this as an opportunity to pivot, refreshing their lineup while potentially acquiring assets that could sustain competitiveness in the next decade. Rumors abound about potential trade packages, draft considerations, and negotiation strategies, all of which add layers of complexity to a possible deal. Fans are eagerly dissecting mock scenarios, projecting starting lineups, and debating whether Green's style of play will mesh seamlessly with Chicago's existing roster, particularly in high-pressure playoff situations. Social media speculation, fueled by cryptic posts, insider hints, and the relentless appetite for breaking news, has amplified the narrative, transforming what might otherwise be an internal organizational discussion into a league-wide conversation. The intensity of these discussions underscores the profound impact Green has on any team he joins, not only on the court, but in shaping team culture, defining identity, and influencing competitive strategies. Furthermore, analysts speculate on the ripple effect such a move might have across the NBA, potentially sparking a chain reaction of trades, contract renegotiations, and player movements as franchises reassess their priorities in response. This adds an additional layer of intrigue. Not only is the speculation about Green's immediate move, but also about the subsequent domino effects throughout the league. In essence, every whisper and leak fuels the imagination of fans, coaches, and front offices alike, creating a narrative that is both highly speculative and irresistibly compelling. The story is evolving in real time, offering endless possibilities and interpretations, each more tantalizing than the last. The potential move of Draymond Green to the Chicago Bulls also raises questions about legacy, identity, and the broader evolution of superstar careers in the modern NBA. Green, a four-time NBA champion, multiple-time All-Star, and Olympic gold medalist, has long been celebrated not only for his statistical contributions, but for his leadership, intensity, and ability to influence the psychological dynamics of games. Rumors suggest that Green himself is aware of the stakes, weighing the opportunity to leave an indelible mark on a new franchise against the profound emotional ties he has with the Warriors organization. Analysts speculate that the Bulls could offer him a platform to redefine a team, mentor rising stars, and inject a level of toughness and intelligence that has historically been associated with championship-caliber teams. The discussions around this potential move are laced with intrigue. How would Chicago integrate a player so accustomed to a system that has defined his career? How would Green adapt to a team with different strengths and weaknesses? And what will be the ultimate impact on both franchises' trajectories? Social media, sports talk shows, and fan forums are abuzz with predictions, counter-predictions, and dramatic scenarios, reflecting a broader fascination with the intersection of personal ambition, professional opportunity, and strategic franchise planning. The rumor has also reignited debates about player empowerment, loyalty, and the shifting dynamics of modern basketball, where career decisions are increasingly informed by a combination of competitive desire, financial considerations, and personal legacy. Experts suggest that, should this move materialize, it might not only alter the competitive balance of the Eastern Conference, but also set a precedent for how elite veterans approach career transitions, blending ambition with strategic foresight. Ultimately, the narrative surrounding Green's potential move is compelling because it weaves together the human, strategic, and cultural elements of professional basketball, offering a story that resonates far beyond the hardwood floor. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.